Good afternoon, I'm Steve Hensley. First at 4 to kick off Sexual Assault Awareness and Prevention Month. Those at the Rising Center in Hazard hosted an open house today. WYMT's Chas Jenkins is at the facility with more.
Showcasing its services and bringing awareness to an important issue, an open house was held at the Rising Center. The event helped kick off all the unique events the center planned for the month of April. Each week, an event related to sexual assault awareness and prevention will be held. Some examples include Green Dot Week, Volunteer Appreciation Week, and many more. Officials say anyone can participate and see what the center has to offer. Director Jasmine Wilson says they had a great turnout.
I'm actually quite pleasantly surprised already. I mean, it's just kicked off and we already are on our second sign-in sheet already. So we're doing pretty good. I'm excited to see. We can keep going until 2, so I'm excited to see who else rolls in.
The event was held from 10 a.m. to 2 p.m. In Hazard, Chas Jenkins, WYMT Mountain News.
Wilson says she hopes hosting these types of events will encourage more people in the region to take advantage of their services. Court documents we obtained say an East Tennessee man with Harlan County ties was arrested Thursday as part of an FBI investigation involving a scheme where government officials in Egypt were bribed. The indictment alleges 46-year-old Hunter Hobson paid bribes to Egyptian officials for $143 million in coal contracts with Al Nasser Company, a state-owned and state-controlled Egyptian coal company, between 2016 and 2020. Hobson is also the CEO of Inmet Mining, which owns the D29 Darby Fork mine in Harlan County, which is what you're seeing there. That, of course, is where a coal miner named James Brown died last month. Now, he faces multiple charges, including bribery, money laundering, and fraud. We'll have much more on this story tonight at 6.
Oh, no April Fool's joke around here. We've got frost and freeze advisories in place as we head into the nighttime hours tonight. Yeah, we've seen the sunshine return, and it is quite a bit chillier than we were dealing with last night. Most of us, that purple shade, are under the freeze warning. The blue color for our folks in Pulaski, Wayne, McCreary, Whitley, and Campbell counties under that frost advisory. Frost advisory means we're not going to quite get to freezing for the amount of time needed. The freeze warning means we will be seeing that already out there. It's chilly, but the sun's shining as we head out there this afternoon. High knob camera UVA-wise, we're in the low 40s right now. I-64 at Moorhead, still taking a little bit to get some of the last of the clouds out of here, but they will be out of here before too long. Temperatures, middle and upper 40s outside right now. Very similar to yesterday, though it is nicer looking than yesterday. Continues to be a clean sweep on Pinpoint Doppler. Getting the last of those flurries that we saw this morning. I know, flurries, April Fool's Day, it's not a joke. They continue to push on out, and we're actually in pretty good shape as we head through much of the day tomorrow. So as we head into tonight, though, we're in those low to mid 30s, mostly clear skies, winds calming down. I'll have the very latest, though, on when a couple of showers could return during the weekend coming up in just a few minutes. Steve?
Evan, thank you. A U.S. official says it was Ukraine who attacked an oil depot inside Russian territory. It's the first confirmation that Ukrainian forces have crossed the border to attack. CBS's Deborah Alfarone has the latest as the war enters its 6th week.
Firefighters are battling a blaze at a fuel depot inside Russian territory. Russia claims 2 Ukrainian helicopters attacked it overnight, and a Kremlin official is warning it could impact virtual peace negotiations underway today. This comes as Russian forces continue to pound Ukrainian cities, killing civilians. Despite Russian claims of reducing military activity, Ukrainian officials say in Mariupol, Russia is blocking food and medical supplies from getting in and preventing refugees from getting out.
We are running out of adjectives to describe the horrors that residents in Mariupol have suffered. The situation is horrendous and deteriorating. It's now a humanitarian imperative that people be allowed to leave and aid supplies be allowed in.
Following reports that Vladimir Putin's advisors may have misled him about Russia's war progress, President Biden says it appears he may be self-isolating.
And there's some indication that he has fired or put under house arrest some of his advisors. But I don't want to put too much stock in that at this time because we don't have that much hard evidence.
Russian forces have left the Chernobyl nuclear site, and the representatives from the UN Nuclear Watchdog Organization are headed there now. They say the general radiation level around the decommissioned power plant is normal. Deborah Alfarone, CBS News, the White House.
Russia's President Vladimir Putin told European countries buying Russian gas that they must pay in rubles starting today, or their supply will be cut off. European countries cautiously insisted they will continue to pay for the gas with euros and dollars. Humanitarian aid is on the way, but the UN says it's not coming nearly fast enough for 9 million people in Afghanistan on the brink of starvation. Several men have had their kidneys removed to sell for thousands of dollars on the black market. Afghanistan was already one of the poorest countries in the world, but when the Taliban seized power last year, millions were plunged further into poverty as international sanctions sent food prices surging. The U.S. has pledged to give another $204 million in aid to the people of Afghanistan. Well, back here in Eastern Kentucky, the University of Pikeville is adding another athletic program to its campus. UPike is currently recruiting for its first wrestling team in school history, and Coach Travis Mallow is getting things ready for 2022's wrestling season this winter. We caught up with Pike County native and UPike wrestling commit Gavin Hunt, who was in the gym preparing for the upcoming season, about what it means to have a collegiate wrestling program now in his hometown.
I'm really excited to see it finally come to Pikeville and in Pike County because there's a lot of good talent around here and a lot of good schools and good programs. So I'm glad to have at least one more avenue for them to get out there and compete. And I'm super excited to become part of that myself.
Hunt, who is one of 2 commits to the team, says he's ready to get out and compete after being out of the sport for 2 years. We'll have more on the UPike wrestling program coming up tonight at 5:30. Let's head over to Wall Street now on this Friday. The Dow closes up today more than 139 points, so a good end to the week. We'll have more financial news in our next half hour. Coming up on First at 4, new legislation would make year-round daylight saving time permanent, but some are not on board.
And our weekend forecast features plenty of sunshine, but also a few showers as well. I've got those details on the way.